Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about part-time accounting. Now, I know I've taken you along with me when I was working at Big Four, mid-tier accounting, private accounting, and now part-time accounting. And I took notes when I was working in part-time accounting so that I could share it with you guys and just talk to you guys about my experience as well as talk about the pros and cons. So without further ado, let's get started with talking about the pros. So the first pro that I want to talk about is that you can prioritize different areas in your life without having to work the 40-hour work week. So this is really great for someone that is looking to start or continue on their business, spend more of their time and energy building that. It's also great for someone who is looking to raise their kids but also have some income on the side, working part-time in accounting. And lastly, it's also great for someone that wants more personal time that the 40-hour work week does not provide. And I think those are examples of people that would really benefit from working part-time if their schedule and finances allows it. What's great about part-time is that you can avoid having a gap in your resume saying that you were gone because you were doing XYZ. Instead, they will only see that you were working for a business, but they don't know how many hours you're actually working, which is really great because there are plenty of times where HR representatives will ask the gap of your resume. To avoid all of that, I also thought it was great to work part-time so that I am still in a role very similar to what I've been doing. The second thing I want to talk about is the flexibility. So you actually get to create your own schedule. So instead of working Monday through Friday 9 to 5, if you're working in private or public, you have the ability to create your own schedule. So when I was on the call with the partners, they asked me, how many hours do you want to work? From 20 to 40 hours, and I just said that I wanted to work 30 hours. So that allowed me to work Monday through Thursday, have Thursday be a half day, and then have the full Friday off. So because I got to build my own schedule, I worked the 30 hours work week, and after that I was able to focus on my own personal items as well. One thing that I did was I took a class at church called Discipleship, where I learned more about who God is as well as learned more about theology. So I was really thankful that I took that class. And on top of that, I also was in between of career switch and just kind of planning out what my career would look like. So having this part-time job was really crucial and just allowing me to have some time to think and plan, focus on building new projects for Financial Matter, and also spending more time with my family. The list goes on, but I'm just so thankful for the time and flexibility that I gained through working part-time for a short period. You also get paid overtime. For most salary-based employees, they don't get paid overtime for the amount of hours worked over 40 hours, but for part-time employees, I was able to get time and a half. I ended up not actually working overtime because that kind of defeated the purpose of the flexibility that I wanted, but I just wanted to mention that that option was there. I was also able to go back into public accounting without working the public accounting hours, was able to gain access to information and training that I didn't have in private accounting, and able to really utilize those resources that I had access to. I was able to hone my skills in tax return review and get that experience back, because in private accounting, you're not just working on income tax, you're working on sales and use, transfer pricing, personal property tax, the list goes on. One great part also was that I didn't have to focus on a lot of the administrative tasks that a lot of public accountants have to do, whether that means budgeting, billing, doing the engagement letters. All of that stuff was already done. All I was given was the tasks, the work, and I was able to complete them. So that allowed me to really focus on the tax work in itself, which is really what I wanted to do. The last thing I want to talk about is it was very easy to get a job in public accounting, and I was able to get a competitive rate as well based on my experience. So being able to go online and searching what are the jobs available was super easy, and being able to compare what businesses are paying a higher rate. Even the interview process in itself was pretty simple. It was just me talking to 2 of the partners, and that was about it. I was hired, they did a background check, but other than that, they didn't ask for anything else. So it was very easy to get my foot back into the public accounting door without having to do what I think is the biggest con of working in public accounting, which are the hours or mandatory hours. Now, this video wouldn't be complete if I didn't talk about the cons. The first con that I want to talk about is that there is no salary or benefits. Now this is a pretty big con, which is why part-time accounting is not for everyone. Now when I was working in part-time, I didn't have benefits, I didn't have a salary. All I had was the extra income that was coming in for working 30 hours a week. Another con is that this is usually a seasonal position. So if you do not have a contract for a longer period of time, most companies are seasonal in public accounting. So there's one in the fall busy season and another in the spring, and it covers about 7 months of the whole entire year if you're in tax. So that's one thing to keep in mind. In the summer, you know, public accounting firms are not busy, so they're not looking for part-time workers. However, if you do establish a good relationship, they may ask you to come back for the next busy season. That way you have a job for the 7 months out of the 12 months of a year, which if you think fits within what your needs are, that is something that you may want to consider as well. So lastly, I wanted to kind of share with you guys my final thoughts of working part-time. Never in my whole career did I think that part-time was something I would ever look into. But now that I've done it once, I do think that in the future I could go back into part-time accounting. And the reason why I say that is in the future, God willing, if I have kids, I do want to raise them and also make income on the side as well. So I think this is something that I could really consider in the future. In all my videos, I want to share with you guys my experience that I go through, which is why I made this video, and hopefully you guys found it somewhat helpful. So that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned a little bit more about part-time accounting. If you guys like these type of videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye guys!